Just before this video starts, guys, I want to let you know that we have teamed up with Ariba Designs, the people that made the phone case, the custom phone case that they've sent me. They do them for many models now. Well, I'll say in a minute, I'm exaggerating. They do more than the FN2, put it that way. They do other Civic models and things. I'll list all the models that they actually do at the moment. They're doing a competition with us. So we're doing a giveaway. Like we're doing previous giveaways, you need to enter either on Facebook or on Instagram. If you're entering on Facebook, I will do a post on the Facebook page saying, this is the post. You need to comment a picture of your car, like the post, and you need to share the post as well. If you're doing it on Instagram, you need to post a picture of your car on your Instagram page, tag both me and Ariba Designs in there, and you need to use the hashtag AribaLou. Then we know that you've entered into the competition. I will say something that I forgot to mention from the previous competitions, that I'm greatly sorry about this, because there's people that had tried to enter, they actually didn't get on the list of people. If your Instagram account is set to private, I can't see your entry. Like, nobody else can see any of your photos, so there's nothing on it that'll make me like tagging it or all like that, where it notifies me and goes through that barrier. Your Instagram needs to be set to public. If you don't want to do that, do it on the Facebook page. But there are two ways that you can enter. Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? Well, that took a bit longer than I expected. Right, so let me explain what's going on with the car. Basically, a few times since JAE, when we were meeting up with people at like checkpoints, like at services and things like that, then when I've gone like food shopping, been in the car park, that kind of thing, once with Francesca in the car, it's been literally like, I've gone to start the car, bear in mind I've been running it for God knows how long, driving it around, and it's struggling to turn over. It doesn't sound like a starter motor issue, it's not whirring or anything, it's like it hasn't got enough juice, it hasn't got enough energy. So the only thing I can think of is the fact that it's had the same battery in it since it came out of the factory. That's what it looks like anyway. And this is like a, what, 11-12 year old car now, so it's probably going to play nice when I try and show you, but let's just see what it's like. Sorry, it's having a good rust. Oh, shut up, radio. Yeah, that pretty much went alright. I have been driving it around, but it's usually when it's been driving around when the problem is. But especially if I've just like had the windows up and down, or I've put the wing mirrors in with the engine off, it really affects it. So just as a reenactment, this is what it does when I press the button. So fingers crossed we can change the battery. I've just got a standard Halfords battery, and that can solve the issue. Plus it gives me a chance to do a little bit of wiping down and cleaning around the battery compartment, because I don't know about you guys, but I get a bit like nervous cleaning around the battery bit, because I don't want to like get any water on it, I don't want to shock myself and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's get it swapped and get the old one out, shall we? Stop ringing! Right guys, I've had enough now. This is going to be my attempt to getting this sorted. This is literally the third time I've tried to do this now. It's still raining, I don't know if you can tell with this camera, but I've got the GoPro on, so I've got my hands free. I ain't got a camera on a tripod sat in the rain with a mic on top. We're just going to do it old school. Now from the last two times I've been taking this off, this piece here that's like a, it looks like a fake nut
it kind of just like pulls off like a clip, and then you've got these like 2 long rods here with some nuts around them. Now, unless you've got the correct spanner size, fair enough. I don't know what that size is because I ain't got the correct size, but I'm just using an adjustable spanner. Let's take this red clip off and see what there is. Oh, so that's your other one. In fact, I think we need to work on disconnecting the battery first before we start trying to take it out. I've just got a rag here so that we're not putting the greasy connection anywhere we don't want it to be. So whatever you do when you're ever taking the battery off, don't ever let the connections cross. That's the worst thing you need. Right, so that now lifts off to there for now. Oh, come on. It's slowly, but it's working. See how that lifts? Yes, it will lift off. Right, that's like a whole single unit. Well, we're definitely not gonna get the connections mixed up. I could be thinking of plenty of other things that I'd rather be doing than this in the rain, to be honest, but it's got to a point now where this needs to be done. It's like 50-50 chance the car's gonna start first time. And sometimes I'm even like turning the ignition on, turning off the radio, the headlights, the interior lights, everything to give the car the best chance it's got to actually start. Oh my god, all this time, these 2 rods at the bottom, they kind of just hook in, and if I'd have just angled them, loosened them and angled them correctly, I could have just released them. So I don't think you need to take those nuts all the way off to release this. So that's a good thing to know for future. Right, so let's try and take this old boy out. Mistake me if I'm wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong, sorry, but I feel like, I don't know if it's the original battery or what, I don't know if the original battery says Honda on it, but it's a X-Side battery, X-Side XL. Either way, let's get rid of it, because if we're correct with what's wrong with it, this battery's crap. Yes, I don't want to get any grease from the white intake. Let's get this bugger out. I'll probably keep this in case for emergencies we need a second battery. It still does work, it's just really weak. So the battery that I've got is a Halfords battery. Now they've got 3 years guarantee on these, so for a standard setup in a car, I'm not like turbocharger, it's not a race car or anything, so this should be fine. 45 amp 12 volts, 45 amp 12 volts on that one, so we know that they're the same battery, should be. Let's swap it over, see how the car starts up. I see that battery tray is rank, but in this weather and time wise, I can't be arsed with cleaning all that out. Come on. She's in the tray. What's good with these as well is it gives you an indication of how the battery is on the Halfords ones. Fully charged okay, which is like, it's like a green circle with a dot in it, and there's like a green circle with a dot in that, so that's cool. Discharge, if it was like a white around the outside, red in the middle, and then low fluid level, it's all red with a white centre, so that's pretty cool. But I'm just going to connect all this back up, and I'll let you know when it's done, because you don't need to see this all in reverse here. But at the minute it's all connected back up. I haven't put the clamp back on yet because I just want to make sure it actually runs with this battery in. So let's get the key and see if she fires up any differently. So I've put the lights on as well so it knows it's got stuff to do, and the wipers have worked. Oh my god, that was loads better. It didn't even hesitate. It had the lights on, radio being on a little bit, interior lights, window wipers went off, and it still turned over like no problem. I don't know if you heard that weird squeaky noise. Yeah, everything seems fine. Brilliant. Oh, I'm so relieved. Maybe that squeaky noise was just like because it's wet components. Now we've been working under the bonnet with the rain coming down, and it just squeaked off a little bit, but hopefully that's all good now. Oh, brilliant.
Oh guys, I'm glad that's finally sorted after like a month pretty much. I hope you can still see me as well, because I've got like, with the room being changed, I've got a new desk and new lighting setup. I've got some like fancy like LED stripping that just goes under there, so that's pretty cool. But hopefully I'm still bright enough for not having a direct lamp. Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you at the end of this video because, well, I need to explain why I haven't been on for ages. Excuse me. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll probably see my updates on what's going off, or if you've seen like 1 or 2 posts on the actual YouTube channel itself. But one of the factors obviously is the horrible weather that we've been having. We've actually been having a flood here in Sheffield. Not as bad as some places, but it has been pretty bad. It took me about 4.5 hours to get home from like Lincoln End the other night, so it was really bad. The other thing is, if you're new to the channel, you might not know, but I've got like a medical condition that's still kind of being investigated slightly, but I'm on the road now to getting some actual treatment for it, which at the minute is classed as IBDU, which is inflamed bowel disease undetermined, because there's 2 types and they don't know which one it is yet. But at the minute I'm not on any medication, and one of the main things about it, other than like having a dicky tummy and stinking the place out constantly, it makes me really tired. So being knackered and the miserable weather, it's just getting me down completely, and I needed some time to just relax and rest and do things that don't tick in my brain constantly. Like I've been watching a lot of Netflix lately. I've been watching Luke Cage. That's pretty good. I never watched any Marvel stuff, so that's quite new to me, and I'm a bit like hooked on it now. So, and I've only really had like a PlayStation 4 from this year. I know they've been out for a while now anyway, but like the Uncharted series, if you ever played those, I've done 1 to 3, and I never played number 4, and I know it's like it must be like 6-year-old that game now, and I'm just playing it now, and it's just so cool just to bring back the memory of a time in your life when there's a lot less responsibilities. That's why you usually get more time to play games back then. But yeah, if anything, I've had like a mental rest. I am now on track to get some medication this week, which I'm going to be having to have like self-injections, which is something I've never had in my life. Like before this year, I was like a perfectly healthy guy, and then now I've got a chronic disease out of nowhere. So it's a bit of a whirlwind, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't want to be one of them people that spends every video like telling you, and I feel stupid that I'm telling you now, but I don't like coming back from a long time off and acting like nothing's happened. That to me isn't honest. So, and with that, and how the weather's been in the cold, I'm sure you can begin to expect that it might be difficult to keep up weekly uploads like it is for any like car guy through winter. It's hard to do things on your car, especially if like you've only really got a drive with no shelter, and my drive isn't level, so I can't jack it up. So it's, yeah, stuff will get done when it needs getting done, put it that way. Oh, I also, it was my birthday recently, on the 11th of November, that is my birthday. And I've always been fascinated about, about like blue tint like deflective glasses. If you ever watch like TJ Hunt's channel, he always has like, he's got like movement ones that are quite nice. And I like did loads and loads of research. If you like me, I like to research what's good and what's bad, like brands wise and quality. And I got these, I think it's called Sixus ones, that's the brand there. They weren't expensive at all. They are a bit, they're not a standard shape, but I wanted something lightweight, so I didn't notice that much when I'm on a computer. Yes, I am now a wizard. Besides how they look, it's to keep your eyes from getting any kind of like damage or tiredness or dryness, or keeping you awake from like blue light that comes from screens. So if you're editing like me, or if you're in front of a screen a long time, or even if like you're gaming, I think they can class them as gaming glasses as well. It helps to look after your eyes in that aspect, and then when you're done, it's easy to fall asleep. So, which is something I have a lot of problems with, trying to get to sleep. So yeah, I think I've rabbited on enough for today's video. It's probably ended up being a long one now since I tried using GoPro footage instead of using the normal camera. So don't forget about the competition that was at the beginning of this video with Ariba Designs. I will put everything in, all the like stuff you need in the description, like the tags and links and things like that. But like I said, follow the rules that I said at the beginning. That's the only way you're going to get entered. So thank you all so much for the support. If you have been following me on my social media, sorry, I'm just checking it's still recording. I've only got like a 10-minute bracket before it stops. Yeah, if you've been following me, I've had a few messages and a few comments that have been really supportive, and I really do appreciate that. When you feel a bit down and out and weak, you think sometimes like, what am I doing, why am I doing this? And you guys are a factor of keeping me on track of there is a worthwhile reason why I'm like staying up at night and doing this, or going out on my day off and trying to film, and that makes me happy, so thank you. If you did enjoy this video, or if you enjoy any of my videos, please like and subscribe to the channel and click the little bell button so it reminds you when a fresh video does come on. I try to upload weekly, but obviously that has not been happening. But at some point that might happen again, so we'll see. Thanks again for watching, guys, and like I always say, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
You